Hello everyone and welcome back to our occasional pirate hunting out here with the destruction of the next ship of Sean. Oh, we get, first of all, Commodore Stephen Drake, the Besieger. Damage from torpedoes, cannons and the Big Bertha is reduced by 80% on this ship. That is just really powerful. Also, Sean has something to tell us. And let's just go to the diplomacy menu, and he actually wants to go with ceasefire with us. And he only pays, only wants 130,000. Of course, we're going to accept it. And with that, I can leave my ships again. Also, some 3 more heavy warships are coming in. What is Beryl doing there? No idea. So we got 3 more then coming in. This is pretty fine. Actually, with that, I think we could then start taking over another island if we wish so. Especially with all these items here boosting my fleet, of course. That's just perfect. Sean, 24 medium high for the peace treaty. Let's just try flatter him. Yeah, we don't have a lot of coin right now, only 700,000, so a peace treaty he probably will want almost as much, so I'm going to wait on that for now. We also have the first light bulbs in, almost 100 tons already, so I can now finally unlock light bulbs for the engineers, and this will make it one step closer there to my investors. Let's also continue here with the occasional paving of the roads here, especially for engineers. And another thing we see over here is the marketplace and the pub. These buildings are no longer required because we do have a marketplace and a pub up here close to my workers, so we can get rid of both of them, and whoop-de-doo, have a bit more space available. This we probably can use for a members club that we're going to need then, or we could also, yeah, actually move the university up there and get us a second university for this whole site there to get more engineers out of it. No idea yet, actually. We are going to keep this area available there. Might also be a nice location for park that I can add then, especially there. There's also a school. This school is theoretically also not really necessary, I think. We do have some workers. No school really, so I could probably squeeze in a school in this area. Let's just try it out. This should work, getting rid of this road there. Yeah, very good. Makes it possible to have the school over here for the few workers that we still have in this area. By the way, they all get now 100% school. That wasn't the case before. And with that, whoop-de-doo, also more space available again just over there. There's just one tiny worker. An unfortunate fella, because we probably... Nope, there is space down there by the harbor, so no problem really. And, no idea actually. This is actually the members club location now. We don't need that road here, and with that we have everything available. I think the engineers don't really need it yet. Nope, but we can have it then. And this actually is then a nice park location that we can have. Righto, also for the Docklands. This is all happening too quickly once more. We've now got the fish in, so I can stop with the fish exporting. And the soap has been upgraded by 1 more snap. Very good. This makes it possible now to build... Can we build 2? Yes, we can build 2 export offices. And with that, open up 2 more trade contracts if I want to. So there we have them, both of them. Also pretty important for increasing my attractiveness, of course, on the island. Can I have both of them here? No, unfortunately not. I could just make this this arm here a bit longer though. Right, more attractiveness, and with that also more. Perhaps a depot. There you go. And we are a fair capital with that. Increased our attractiveness a bit. And with that, 3 more trade contracts available because that one here we deleted. So this is just golden times there really. Also, Captain Tobias only takes around 2 minutes there to fully trade thanks to having all these loading wharves in. Righto, next up, the brass is in with that, so the spectacle production has officially started. With that, we will also now be able to unlock the spectacles for my engineers, and with that, we will have now everything ready. The canned food should also come in now shortly. I've reinforced that production. There it is, and that means everything for the engineers has now been fulfilled, and we could go on to investors if I only had more resources, that is. Now, we also just should look at the AI from time to time. Look at Beryl there. She is having a massive fleet over here. Carl Leonard is also gathering a lot of ships. I don't know, we just should check this out. We are not at war with her. That's a good thing. I think she is at war with... with whom? Why is she gathering this big force here? Beryl? Yeah, with the Admiral, of course, she's at war with. So I guess she is moving against his island there right now. I love how they fight each other and totally ignore us for the moment. I mean, in this case here, this time we took a different strategy, right? We got a nice fleet of our own in the old and in the new world, and I'm still continuing to pumping out ships. I think building ships is more important, more powerful by now than having a harbor defense up, right? We are completely neglecting our harbor defense. Usually I always went for it, but ships are just better. They're just more powerful. And there we can see it. This fleet is really moving against the Admiral there. I think while the fleet is on the way, I'm thinking about my life and choices right away of what we should do. And yeah, some of you have been suggesting it, and I'm not really doing it often, but actually let's go for an alliance, because a Beryl would go with an alliance for us. We can try it, right? It might be too expensive anyway. 240,000. All right, let's go for it. Let's go with an alliance here with Beryl O'Mara, and with that we have an alliance finally. That means we are now closely working together. Also, what is happening, Beryl O'Mara has no alliance here with Carl Leonard, for example. And Carl Leonard is already pretty strong, so we could use her to fight against him in the future, taking him out, and of course ultimately taking her out. That would be something, of course, fun to watch. Alright, she's not going for this island there, so she probably is going for the main island. I would really like to see this. We can already see the ships there in the horizon. Oh, they're fighting something else. I don't think that she actually goes against the main island there. I don't think so. She is actually going against his island. This is interesting. As usually they're only going against us. This time they're fighting each other. And yeah, of course she's taking some losses here. That was a very bad strategy of her, whatever she's doing there. Did I really make the right choice putting her into my alliance? I don't know. Alright, she's definitely taking hits there, and now she's attacking. She probably will take over this island if she can make it, of course. Of course, that would be another serious blow to the Admiral, who's already really weak, and he's probably the first one that is going to drop out of this game. Yeah, she's going to have a hard time here. He's barely losing morale, and he's got some good towers there. The harbor artillery already. And she's also not really acting very smart here by letting those guys here, those ships there, slowing down. Yeah, but I think she will still be able to take it over. She's got so many ships, and also those ships seem to have some very good fortifications, so items. And yeah. There is one more ship going down, perhaps a second one, but now his morale is dropping more quickly and most of his cannons are down. There is another one here and this one. That's it. And alright, the right choice after all with the lines. And now the rest is moving in. Look at that. Will be interesting. Is she only taking shares or taking over the whole island? Ah, she took over the whole island. Really cool. So the Admiral, we can safely say this now, is really defeated. He's pushed back to this island there, to the sorry one. And that's it, right? She, however, is getting stronger. She has now another big island under her control that totally belongs to her. And I certainly can't take it up with her at the moment, right? So against this force, no chance. She is also fully into engineers by now. So that means she will start pushing out some steamships. There she is, having the first steamships out already. So yeah, Beryl, that is going to be some serious competition there in the future. We, however, can now move to investors, and we should be doing this. Let's go ahead. This will seriously push my balance and my influence. Let's go ahead with the first houses here in the center. And with that, reach metropolis city status. 30,000 global population with that finally too. And with the balance of 35,000 per minute right now. And with that, also of course unlocking all different kind of investor buildings and starting the age of big business. And now things will seriously be interesting. Alright, and we also have, as an ally with Beryl, we are now at war with Jean Lafortune again. But we do have ceasefire. Is it broken too? Oh, the ceasefire is also broken. That is the downside of having an alliance, right? Anne, however, likes this. Anne is way more important for us anyway. But that means, of course, also that Sean is coming in again. And Sean is really, really nasty. We are going to need more ships over here again. Because he's now pushing ships in all the time. Let's actually position my ships somewhere here so that he will always attack me right away when he enters my area. Let's have to stick them together and put them on passive. No, actually on active defense. They will... What? Did I overlook that again?
Ship was destroyed.
Another one coming in, so this will be now our endless battle there with Sean until he actually goes to ceasefire with us again. In that case, it's going to be interesting to see how Beryl reacts now in the new world. Why she declared war with Sean? Probably just a ceasefire that ran out. No idea. She definitely will need to have a pretty big fleet here though too, because Sean is no joke right now. And he is already attacking her now too, up there. And we can only hope that there's some better items coming out. Alright, and also the message here. The Admiral has taken all the shares of Leonard's main island. Will be interesting to know if he actually can take it over, because that would push the Admiral back on track again. So we see some very interesting dynamics there. The Admiral certainly has not given up yet. Meanwhile, we continue to push further into investor territory by upgrading the next full block, bringing us 37,000 on the income and also some nice influence. By the way, we don't have any bicycles in right now. And what is also counting already is the chocolate that we've just unlocked, right? And chocolate comes in from the bakeries. So this good is right away fulfilled, making my investors a bit happier there. And what we can do now too, and what we should do once I can do it, actually the members club, right? So there we can just easily squeeze it in and look at the range of this beast, right? So we can take the whole side here and the whole side here under control with this investor club. The only thing I might actually do is, wait a second, what we can do is let's move it a bit further inbound here. So having it here is still the safer choice, right? So like this, and then we can have the member club here at this corner now. So this will be much better. And let's actually have this one so that we have a bit of space available then for something. No, I don't know. Let's have a smaller park than here or something. Right, we still need to wait for some timber, but with that we have a better coverage of this whole area then as well. Very good. Now, speaking about the bicycles, that would be my next good. We do have the caoutchouc in by now. We have lots of steel. Makes it possible for us to easily build penny farthings. We do have a demand of penny farthings right now of 5 already, so this is quite a lot really. And as we can see, one bicycle factory produces though 4 per minute, so 2 of them will just be fine for the whole island. It, however, requires electricity, so it's not being boosted by it. It rather requires electricity. We still have space up there that has electricity.
People celebrate your leadership.
This area. Yep, so I can, squeeze both. That's going to be tricky. Let's try to make it like so. Because this makes it possible to have one here and one here. And with that we got 2 of them producing 8 bicycles per minute. However, the steel consumption will be significant on this part here. And then we have this block available that will... that doesn't have electricity anymore. But it was worth a try. At least that's that.
Do not mind the odd jet of steam.
And here I'm going to change them so that this one is being affected once again and thus being also boosted. Right, and I think we can go ahead and build the first one right away. I will... Or should we build both of them? I mean, they're really expensive, as we can see, 42,000 for one of them. But it's going to be worth it. Let's build both of them, sure. Right, the caoutchouc consumption will be significant, and especially my steel. And for the steel I will need a bit more iron, but that we can work on. We just marvel at the balance. It's at 35,000 right now, and with the bicycles it will really, really jump. Let's pause bicycles for both of them. and then I activate it later. I always like to activate these things manually to watch it go up. And for the iron ore, since we are limited by those 4 islands that I have right now, I really cannot do anything with the iron ore anymore, right? We really need to use the Docklands for this. And for this reason, I need to push more. So I'm going to increase my soap export to 450 now. That, however, means that I will need to get more soap produced. So we do have a bit more space over here. But what we can do instead is, since we have a very good timber and logs production, I can get my items over now. And that is especially here my soap factory, Perfumery Prunella. And I would definitely like to get her over. One last time, I would like to check if we have anything of value at Eli. So he also got a lot of items now. It's displayed. And oh, for a second I thought it would be Chef Michel, because the icons look very similar. Unfortunately, it's not. I really would like to get Chef Michel. That would be a real game changer, right? But it's really hard to get him. I've tried it so many times now, re-rolling here and wasting all my money on freaking Eli to get Chef Michel. There it is, right? It has the same logo, 300,000, and this one replaces goulash to pigs for McHenry's. This is a huge game changer. Let's purchase Chef Michel. And with those items, I can happily come back home now. I don't need anything else here. Let's get those 3 ships. Let's group them up together. We have a big... Yeah, actually, there's the Admiral Island. So we need to make sure that we circumvent him. Let's just see. There's the Admiral. So I'm going to take this route. And then we're going to use this channel there to move through my ally, right? So here, and then we can move down towards us. Even though the Admiral is no threat, really. He was totally crushed by Beryl. Right, timber is rolling in again, so it's time to build the Members Cup. This will drastically increase happiness for my investors that are at -8 right now. Let's build it. It will also increase my balance, as we can see, and well, push the investors actually to a positive attitude towards me. And they also thank me, of course. This is an atrocious color, though. Just try to change it. Oh, what is going on? There was a bigger attack of Sean. Yes, yes, yes. My fleet is still holding up. And there is some loot here. But he is, of course, trying to get in here at all costs into my terrain. But I think that's it for now, because he's also busy now fighting Beryl, because they're at war as well with each other. And Sean got some interesting new ships now, like this bad boy here. Definitely don't come too close to me. We still have our legendary ones though, 3 of them, 3 active weapons that we can use to quickly crush one of them. However, of course, I should really go into the age of steamships now, as we are a bit late to the party there, I think, but I was working on my economy. And in this area, we are definitely the strongest ones. Let's just go ahead and unlock also the penny file things now. So this will seriously impact my balance there. We started at 36, and this will probably go up to 45 now. In addition, and since we have the timber, I would like to continue with upgrading some more people. And let's start over here. And then, of course, also this whole row here, we can also continue there with more investors, as the core city is growing. And why is this one here not? Oh, electricity. There we need to watch out. They definitely want to reach all of them. Very good. With that, this block is also fully reached. And we will need a second power plant in here. How much oil do I have? We're full on oil, so I can definitely afford 1 or 2 more. And I'm not even boosting them with items yet. My ships safely made it through the channel there, close to the Admiral. Even though... Nah, he's not coming closer. Perfect. 2 more clippers ready. And let's just check it out for my next production, which is the steam motors. Those we are going to need for my steamships. The brass is already in. The steel is in. However, I think we will have now... No, actually, we're still fine on steel. We still have a surplus of 7, despite having the penny file things now fully working. So I can go ahead and get us the motor assembly lines out there. However, they require electricity and are massive. So I will need to do something here once again. I'm not going to place them in this zone anymore. I think we cannot afford this. I think we're going to with a second industrial zone, or we just increase this one here by that. So I could probably get rid of these workers there. Or move them somewhere else. Or, and that is the smartest way, let's use the items to make room. First of all, Chef Michel is coming in. We have 180 influence, so the additional trade units that we're going to need are going to come in very handy. That's this. And then we have the steelworks. And then we have the soap factory. This makes room. And the spectacle factory that produces glass in addition. Let's go ahead and do this. We have the canneries. We have the trade union. In all honesty, why do I still have sheep farms? I need to think there real quick. We replaced that with something. There it is. Yep, the fur dealer was the wool. So that we definitely will need. However, I don't need those kitchens anymore. This is a big one. Let's reduce, or let's get rid of all of the kitchens. And this lumberjack hut here too. Because with that, I can now move my trade unit a bit further over here. And then get my canneries over here that are a bit closer here now to my sheep farms. Number 1. Number 2. To also make this a bit cleaner looking overall. And this one to have a third cannery here. And then we can use... Oh, there is a road. There's the lumberjack hut that we don't really need in the area anymore, but I'm still going to keep it. Let's just move all those things around. I can then push another one in here if I want to. Of course we want to, right? It just all should be affected by that trade union here. That's the important thing. And then we have on the sides our warehouses connecting them together. Yeah, let's also get rid of this lumberjack hut here. I seriously don't need it anymore. And we still have this one. Oh, there's still one more cannery. And look at the space that we have available. Suddenly 4 more city ground. Could move this one a bit further over so that we make a connection here between them. To all of them, and down here we can have then another mobile task force. Actually, we have the police station there, so that's fine. And let's build the trade union and let's activate the item for it. Chef Michel, there it is. And they're all now processing pigs and iron ore, and that's it, to make canned food out of that. I wonder how it tastes, since it lacks now beef and pepper. Anything else that we could do here? Not really. That's just that. We will of course need more pigs for that. Let's also build this cannery here since we can afford it. And with that we got all the canned food production in the world, leading us to a surplus right now of, yeah, actually it's going to be at 3. Right, once this is fully working. So 3 canned food surplus for now, and that's not even boosted. Let's get rid of all the roads. Clean it up a bit. Looking much better. And with that, that is additional city ground now to have more workforce. The other big addition that we wanted is now here, this trade union, another 20 influence that we waste. Administrator we get, so the trade unions are a bit more effective now. Or was it that? No, maintenance cost is reduced by 3%. All buildings. Well, that's okay. And then we have here our soap factory. Negative attractiveness impact is reduced completely, nullified. And also instead of tallow, they process wood. This is going to be massive though. Let's check it out. We are consuming 68 logs right now. And with that, we are now going to completely double this one. No, it's not doubling, but it's quite a lot actually. Let's build that. Lots of attractiveness coming in again. And our logs are now at 88. So 20 more logs per minute that we need. However, I can also get rid of all the tallow here. Not all of them. Let's keep a few. This, by the way, also brings us back more attractiveness. Let's keep 2 for now, because we're going to need them for the dynamite factories that we're going to have here. Also, those 6 can completely go away. That's a lot of attractiveness coming in. Right, so them having now tallow as their main input. Let's add some 2 more soap factories. They definitely need to be though within the range of this trade union now. And I can also move them around a bit to the space where the rendering works used to be. And with that, further save us space. I love it when all these items come into effect. And those 2 let's actually have them over here. And this one also moves a bit further. And then we have this area available again. And yeah, also this area here that where we can actually just move the breweries all the way down and have more city space again. Let's have one more silk factory. They're all being affected now. Perfect. So they're no longer causing any unattractiveness. They're all processing now the logs. 94 logs it is now in total, our consumption. We produce 7 ourselves, and that will lead to a whopping negativity there on the logs. And of course, we are already getting logs in from the other islands. So Orb the Douche is producing quite a lot of logs, but the majority will definitely come in from the Docklands. That will then just need to boost as well. But 1,600, I think that is already quite fine. Right, no problem here. We got some riots there once again, but no problem. These houses rarely catch fire. The only thing I can add then here is a police station. I would really like to go for the prison at some point, or also our police headquarters main building right here in the center might come in. For now, let's go with another task force. We are going to completely revamp the city center then as well soon. For now though, I work with these ad hoc solutions. Lots of workers, that means we can upgrade a few more. Since we do save a lot of workforce now on the buildings that we just deleted, right? So that means more upgrades, probably over here too. There's still lots of workers here. And I think over there we have some ruins. Let's repair them again. We are actually a quaint metropolis. Level up there once again. All the way up. Looking good. Knuters is developing itself fantastically. I think as long as there's no surprise war declaration, we can just happily continue. And then we continue, of course, with the next episode. Stay tuned.